It's Crepe Week! And welcome to Family Cookcraft. Good morning! As you can see, the kids are not with me this morning because it is super early because crepes take an hour to sit at room temperature or longer. And in all honesty, I meant to do this last night, but I fell asleep. So here we are. We are on week 4. We are on week 4 of doing 3 recipes a week out of a baking book. And the baking book we are doing today is the King Arthur Baking Company, the All-Purpose Baker's Companion. We do every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can join us here. And this is where we will be baking things. So this morning we are making crepes. And I'm really excited about it. So let's go ahead and let's get started. First thing we do, we combine the flour and the salt, and it is going to be 2 cups of all-purpose flour and half a teaspoon of salt. Just kidding, the salt didn't want to come out. Okay, yeah. Half a teaspoon of salt. And we're going to combine this together. Going to set this aside, get a medium bowl, the milk, which is 1.5 cups of milk, and 4 large eggs, which I went ahead and cracked, and we're just gonna go bloop, 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 bloop. And whisk this together. Once you get this all whisked together, we're going to bring this back. And it says to make a well in the flour mixture. So make a little hole. And then we are going to pour about half of this mixture into here. So it's half. And whisk this together. Once you get that mixed together, you're going to pour the remaining half and whisk that together. Now, once we get all this whisked together, you should end up with a pretty thin batter. This. Cool. And now we're going to stir in 4 tablespoons of melted, but not hot, butter. Now we're going to cover this with plastic wrap and let sit at room temperature for 1 hour. So while we wait for our batter to rest for an hour, we're gonna go ahead and start making a couple toppings. I'm gonna do some sweet and some savory. So first thing with savory is we're gonna do some bacon. The best way I found to ever make bacon is to put it in the oven. You don't have to worry about flipping it. You don't gotta worry about any of that stuff. You literally preheat your oven to 400 degrees. You cook it for about 10 to 15 minutes, depending on if you like it chewy or crunchy. I'm a chewy girl, so let me know down in the comments if you like chewy bacon or crunchy bacon. This morning, we have some turkey bacon and some regular pork bacon. And yeah, so in the oven, 400 degrees, 10 to 15 minutes. Next, we're going to cook some eggs. And those are the 4 eggs from earlier. So basically one of the crepes is going to be bacon, egg, and cheese. And I love bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. So this is going to be similar, but a crepe. And in all honesty, I've never made crepes before. So we're going to see if it even turns out okay. I don't know. We'll find out. So I'm only going to do 2 eggs because I think the kids are going to go more for the sweet. But I am feeling savory this morning. So I'm going to do 2 eggs. And my husband is probably also going to want savory. He's not a big sweet guy. That's why I haven't been tasting most of our stuff. And what I like to do with my eggs is I like to add a touch of heavy whipping cream. And just mix that up with some salt and pepper. With a little bit of salt. And a smidge of pepper. And we're just going to take our little baby whisk that we have right here because it's so cute. And we're just going to whisk this together. In my opinion, and then you're going to want to cook them. And in my opinion, the best eggs are cooked low and slow. To get the best flavor out of your egg mix, or your eggs. That's how I like scrambled eggs anyway. Because I'm weird about eggs. I don't like them too done, but I don't like them underdone either. Like if they're slimy, I can't do slimy. So low and slow until they're just the perfect texture. And now it's time for some of the sweets. So we're going to be making whipped cream today, which is something I make all the time. And it is so easy to do by yourself. So we're going to start off with 1 cup of heavy whipping cream. And then we like ours super sweet. Honestly, it's probably about 1.5 tablespoons in here. I'm not going to add the whole thing of powdered sugar. But yeah, maybe about 1 tablespoon. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And then you're just going to mix this until it's whipped. Literally, easiest recipe ever. And it's whipped cream. Whipped cream. And the cool thing is if you keep whipping it, it turns into butter. But we're not doing that today. Maybe another video. Alright, so this has been sitting at room temperature for about an hour. So now we're going to go over to the stove and make some crepes. So this is going to be the kind of difficult part right here. So what we're going to do is I am going to go ahead and preheat a cast iron skillet or pan or whatever you call it to medium heat. You can see that stuff is kind of coming off. And then you're going to want to put butter on it. So this is actually going to be really hot. Okay. So a little bit of butter, and then you are going to take a scant 1/3 of a cup of your mixture, and you are going to tilt the pan as you pour it. 45 degrees, and then you just want to kind of go all the way around until, well, the butter kind of got brown. But that's okay. You're going to do this. You're going to cook it. It says until the edges start to lift up on their own. And that's brown butter. My pan is not dirty. The butter burnt a smidge. That's okay. This is the first crepe. We're just trying this. You don't want it to get too brown, it says. So actually that looks pretty good. So now you're gonna flip it. Oh wow, okay. That looks pretty cool. I think I'm gonna get better because I think the first one is always gonna suck. Yeah, and so then you're just gonna wanna transfer this to a plate to keep it warm. I don't think it takes very long to cook on this side. I think it's cooked, honestly. Yeah, that looks cooked to me. that we just made, or that I just made, and I'm pretty excited about it because I've never made crepes before.
Now we're gonna add toppings.
Now we're gonna add toppings.
I don't want whipped cream.
So I'm gonna go
No
ahead.
crepe. I don't want whipped cream.
You don't want whipped cream?
No, okay, so okay.
All right, so for our toppings, whoa. First of all, they're very small, or very thin. Here, you want this one?
Yeah, I want that one.
Okay.
And
So we have some fresh fruits, sliced strawberries, blueberries, blackberries, bananas. We have some Nutella and whipped cream. For our savory side, we have bacon, eggs, and cheese. So I'm gonna go ahead and make one. I'm gonna make two. So let me show you guys. So there's two ways that you can eat this. So typically what people do, there's two ways to fold it.
There's two ways.
Hold on. So the first way is just to roll it, okay? Just roll it up, just like a, bless you.
Hey, thank you.
You just roll it up and you kind of eat it like a burrito.
Okay.
Okay, but it's gonna fall out, like, hold on. There's another way, and I'm gonna do that for Mavericks, is you can go ahead and put it all in the middle so it doesn't fall out when you're eating it like a burrito, is you fold the sides and then roll it up. I don't know what these rolls are called. This is just what I Googled. All right, and then you just, yep, do you want some syrup on it?
I want syrup.
Huh?
No. I want syrup.
What do you think?
Okay.
Does it taste good? Here, let's try it. Try it with a little bit of whipped cream on it.
No, I don't want syrup.
You don't want to taste the whipped cream?
I want syrup. Okay.
So Maverick did not
I did too much.
You did, because you're supposed to put the syrup on after this. But that's okay. I'm going to roll my savory one up. Like this. And just kind of do this. And we're going to try it out.
Tastes good.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Now I'm also going to do a sweet one, and this was recommended by my brother,
Uncle T.
Will. I'm gonna put some Nutella, some Nutella and some bananas. Is what he said was going to be really good. Eat that banana. And then the next way to fold this is the classic
taco
shape like that. So basically you fold it in half and then you fold it in half again. And so now I'm gonna try this one. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's really good. So yes, either savory or sweet, this recipe was really good. I enjoyed it. I give it a
tastes like pancakes.
7 out of 10.
Tastes like pancakes. That is a good So I take, what was the pancakes? What did I rate?
I don't remember.
I think it was like a 9.
Okay, so is that what we're rating this?
Yeah.
A 9. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure to like and subscribe. Yeah, and we'll see y'all next time.